Welcome to the second video from It Can Happen Here, a non-partisan, non-profit organization dedicated to protecting the individual freedoms in the American Bill of Rights. We're analyzing the claim that Donald Trump could become a fascist dictator, starting with understanding what fascism really is, not the "you disagree with me, therefore you're a fascist" kind of fascism. We're talking about actual fascism. It's a word that gets thrown around a lot, but understanding its true meaning is crucial. Fascism isn't just about foreign dictators and history books. It's a political ideology with specific characteristics: extreme nationalism, a disdain for democracy, and an obsession with restoring a mythical golden age. It thrives on fear, scapegoating minority groups, and it often glorifies, or at least tolerates, violence as a means to an end. In a fascist state, dissent is crushed and criticism is punished, whether it comes from mainstream media or private citizens, and other individual rights, including the right to bear arms, are trampled under the boot of the state. That's the grim reality of fascism. It's a system that promises order and strength, but delivers oppression and brutality. Ironically, the oppression and brutality eventually hit the people who brought the fascist regime into power. They came for the immigrants, but I was not an immigrant, so I did nothing to protect them. Then they came for the minorities, but I was not a minority, so I did nothing. Then they came for me, and no one did anything to protect me. Understanding fascism is the first step in preventing it from taking root in our society. By educating ourselves and others, we can recognize the warning signs and take action before it's too late. Some might dismiss fascism as a relic of the past, but they're not paying attention. Russia, China, Iran, and Venezuela are all fascist dictatorships today. Many assume that fascism always happens in an overnight coup. After former communist countries like Russia and China embraced capitalism, their socialist regimes gradually devolved into fascist dictatorships. Likewise, in capitalist countries like 1930s Germany and Italy, the descent into fascism was gradual, fueled by economic hardship, political instability, and fear-mongering. Charismatic leaders promise simple solutions to complex problems, stir up anger and resentment against marginalized groups. Sound familiar? It should, because these tactics are happening in certain parts of the world today, including the United States. Fascism doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It creeps in slowly, disguised as patriotism or a solution to society's ills. And by the time people realize the danger, it's often too late. So is that where we are in the USA today? America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. Could fascism ever take root here? The presidency of Donald Trump, with its rhetoric of division, attacks on the media, and flirtation with authoritarianism, set off alarm bells for many. From his Muslim ban to his praise of strongman leaders from North Korea, Russia, and elsewhere, Trump's actions and words often echoed those of fascist leaders. His refusal to criticize Vladimir Putin, including his praise of Putin's invasion of Ukraine, are especially concerning to many. Despite these parallels, Trump's supporters claim that a hostile mainstream media cherry-picks quotes and exaggerates the meaning of his comments. Conservatives argue that Trump's rhetoric is just bluster, claiming his support of less government regulation and lower taxes is all that matters. In the 1930s, German industrialists convinced themselves that Hitler's anti-Semitic rants were harmless political posturing and supported him anyway. Is American democracy, supposedly the strongest in modern history, immune to the allure of authoritarianism? Should we be alarmed by the normalization of extremist views, including the relentless attacks on the fairness of elections? Is this really the beginning of fascism? Join us next time when we describe what everyday life would be like in a fascist United States of America. Remember, it can happen here only if we don't stop it.